Hello everyone, welcome back and greetings to you all. This is David Raju Kulluri, Associate Professor, Department of CSE from St. Peter's Engineering College. Today in this video, we are going to see storage classes in C. Before discussing about storage classes, first of all, I would like to thank Almighty God for this wonderful opportunity. We will see what is meant by storage class. The storage class specifies name of the keyword or name of the variable. That is a variable with what keyword declared in the program, and what is the initial value of that variable, the memory location of the variable, scope of the variable, last but not least, lifetime of the variable. What is meant by scope and a lifetime? Scope means the visibility or availability of a variable within the program is called scope. Then what is meant by lifetime? The period of time during which a variable associated with its memory is called lifetime. So these two terminologies, that is scope and lifetime, plays vital role in the case of storage classes. What are the different types of storage classes? Storage classes are classified into 4 types. First one, automatic storage class. Second one, static storage class. Third one, register storage class. Fourth one, external storage class. Automatic storage class keyword is auto. Static storage class keyword is static. Register storage class keyword is register, and external storage class keyword is extern. We will see all these types of storage classes one by one with example. First one, automatic storage class. The automatic storage class, its keyword is auto. Its initial value is garbage if not initialized, and it's that will occupy all automatic storage classes. Class variables will occupy memory within the main memory, and all automatic storage classes visible or available within the block or function, and whenever it comes out of the block or function, immediately whatever the memory allocated for those variables will be simply destroyed or erased. That is, the lifetime is end of the block or end of the function. So all variables defined within a function or block with auto, without auto also belongs to automatic storage class only. The variables are all variables defined within a function or block by default belong to automatic storage class if there is no storage class. That means without storage class, if variables declared locally, then those variables will be treated as automatic type. Variables having automatic storage class are local to the block which they are defined in, and will get destroyed and will be destroyed whenever those variables comes out of that particular block, or whenever those variables exit from that particular block. Whatever the memory allocated for those automatic variables will be destroyed or will be simply erased. That is about automatic storage class. Then if you see this example, In this program, only one variable declared 3 times. First initial I is equal to 1, second one I is equal to, third one I is equal to 3. Now in this case, this is inner block. In this inner block, this I value is 3. If we display this particular I value, immediately its output will be 3. Whenever this I variable comes out of this particular block, then now we are in this block. In this block, I value is 2, and if you execute this particular printf statement, immediately that will display 2. Then whenever control comes out of this particular block, immediately this block will be considered. In this case, this is outer block. In this outer block, this I value is 1, and if it is execute this particular printf statement, immediately output 1 will be displayed. So this I is equal to 3. In this case, this printf statement will display I is equal to 3. This printf statement will display I is equal to, this printf statement will display I is equal to 1. That is about automatic storage class example. So by default, all the variables declared without a storage class by default comes under automatic type only. The second one is static storage class. In the case of static storage class, the keyword for static storage class is static, and its initial value is 0 if not initialized, and its memory location is main memory. Its scope is 2 types of scopes are there over here. One is internal scope, that is within the function, and another one is external scope, that is out of the function. So that is just like external scope in the sense just like a global variable, and the lifetime of static variables, if it is internal, its lifetime is end of the function. If it is external, its lifetime will be end of the program. So all static variables can be used within the function or within the file. Unlike global variables, static variables are not visible outside. Why? Because static variables are not global variables, but we can use those static variables in the form of internal as well as external scope point of view. Doesn't mean that those variables are global variables. That's why those are not visible outside their function or file, but they maintain their values between calls. Between calls in the sense during function calls, these static variables will retain its previous function values. So the static specifier has a different effects upon local and global variables that we will see with the help of example in the next slide. In this slide, if we see, this is main function, and this is static demo function. This static demo function called by main function. So immediately a jump occurred from this place to this static demo function. In this static demo function, same variable I qualified as static type and initialized with 0, the outer block, and in the inner block, same variable declared and initialized with I value 1. In this case, this is called inner block. In this inner block, if we display this particular printf, if we execute this printf statement, immediately that will display inner block static variable value 1. That is, you can see that particular output 1 over here. Then whenever it comes out of the loop, this statement, this printf statement will be executed. This printf statement, I value is outer block I value, that is 0. That 0 will be displayed like this. That is, this 0 will be displayed. Then I plus plus. In this case, after displaying I value, I plus plus means I value will be 2. In this case, I is 0. So after displaying that one, I plus plus means now it is 1. Then closing this, control will be back to main function, and the same main function will call this statement static demo once again. So immediately a jump occurred from this place to once again the static demo function. Then so in this case, this I variable qualified as static because of that reason that will not be reinitialized, but whatever the values retained in the previous function. What are those values retained? I value 2 and I value 1. Inner block 2, outer block 1. So with the help of printf statement that will display these two values. That is that you can see the output block, that is 2, and from here that will display 1. In the first case, 1 and 0 displayed. In the second case, 2 and 1 displayed. That is about static variables. So all static variables will retain its previous function values. Then third type of storage class is a register storage class. In register storage class, the keyword is register. This register is part of the CPU. Its initial value is garbage if not initialized, and its memory location means all register variables will occupy memory within the CPU register, and its scope is just like automatic variables within the block or within the function, and its lifetime is end of the block or end of the function. So register variables, in the case of register storage class, variables belonging to the register storage class are local to the block, and these register variables declared in the locally will be destroyed whenever those variables exit from the block. A register declaration is equivalent to this register declaration is equivalent to auto declaration, but that hints that the declared variable will be accessed frequently. Only the thing is, all register variables will be accessed frequently. Therefore, they are placed in the CPU registers, not in main memory. All those register variables will be placed in CPU registers. So whatever the variables placed in CPU registers can be accessed very frequently. And a register is registers are very high speed memory elements. So that is a register is nothing but a group of flip flops. Each and every flip flop can hold one bit of information, that is either 1 or 0 at a time. So different flip flops will be used to store these binary digits, that is ones and zeros. And whenever register variables declared in the program, all those variables will occupy memory within the CPU memory. If the sufficient memory is not available, then all register variables will occupy memory within the main memory. Means register variables will be allowed to occupy memory within the main memory. That is about register storage class. Now we'll see one example in this slide. Now let us consider this program. In this main function, three different variables declared. One is I, qualified as register type integer variable. Another one is F, qualified as register type float, and L, double type, that is register type double variable. These three variables declared with a register storage class. Immediately, this is actually a register memory, CPU register memory. Let us assume its size is limited size is 10 bytes. So this whole part is 10 bytes. So first I variable will occupy memory within the CPU register. Within the CPU register that will occupy memory 2 bytes. Then F will occupy 4 bytes. So 4 plus 2 is 6 bytes. So actually the size of the CPU register is 10. 10 minus 6 is 4. So remaining 4 bytes available memory is there. But to occupy memory, to allocate memory for this double type register variable, 8 bytes required. But the availability is only 4. So because of lack of sufficient memory space, this variable L will not occupy memory within the CPU register, but that will occupy memory within the main memory, that you can see in this particular diagram. So that's why, though a variable qualified as register type, sufficient memory not available, immediately that a register type variable will occupy memory within the main memory only. So in the second example, if you see this particular program, in this program, one pointer variable declared, one register type integer variable declared, one pointer variable and a register type of variable, and this integer type pointer assigned with the address of integer variable is of register type. So in this case, we can access that particular value I. First, compiler will allocate memory for this particular I variable within the CPU register, and that one can be accessed frequently with the help of the pointer to perform dereferencing operation. Meanwhile, the required output also will be obtained. Here, what I am doing, I am with the help of this dereferencing operation, I am trying to display value 10, and in this case, the address of the I will be displayed over here. That is about register storage classes. So because of what is the purpose of register storage classes? If you use register storage class to declare different variables, the program execution speed will be increased. Execution speed will be increased because we can access frequently that particular register variable from the CPU register to perform so and so task. We can access frequently so that we can perform program with high speed. That is about register storage class. Now, last but not least, external storage class. This external storage class, keyword is extern. Its initial value is similar to static, it is 0 if not initialized. These external storage class, external variables also called as global variables. So its memory is main memory, means whatever the variables declared as global extra with the help of keyword extern, those variables will occupy within the main memory, and its scope is throughout the program. Its lifetime is end of the program. End of the program is global variables visible throughout the program, and those variables will be whatever memory allocated for those variables will be destroyed or erased at the end of the program. That is nothing but external storage class. The main principal use of extern is used to specify variable declared with the external linkage elsewhere in the program. Then when extern specifier is used with a variable declaration, no storage is allocated. We need to keep this particular point in our mind that we will discuss with the help of example. Whenever a variable declared with extern specifier, memory storage, no memory storage is allocated to that particular variable. And it is assumed that the variable has already been defined elsewhere in the program. When we use extern specifier, variable cannot be initialized because without extern specifier, variable is declared, not defined. We need to keep this particular point in our mind. All external storage class variables also called as global variables. We will see one example. In this example one variable qualified as external type, and it is defined outside of the main. That one defined outside of the main variable. And if we display that particular value with the help of printf statement, that will display output 10. So whatever the variable declared with extern need to be defined somewhere else, that is after main, like this. That is about first program output. And now let us consider second program. In the second program, variable var qualified as external type integer, and within the main that value defined, it is invalid. So external variables need to be defined with its type, like in the example 1. So immediately by seeing this particular program, if we compile this program, immediately we will compiler takes responsibility and flag an error, like this program throws an error in compilation because the variable var is declared but not defined after main function. Why? Because var is not ordinary variable, it is the external type of variable. So essentially the variable isn't allocated any memory, and the program is trying to change the value to 10 of a variable that doesn't exist at all. It's because first of all, memory will not be allocated for this particular variable because this one qualified as extern type. So memory not allocated, we cannot keep that particular value, and that's why compiler takes responsibility to flag this type of error message. Then let us consider third example. In this third example, two different functions we can see. The first function, that is main function, and second function is display function. This display function defined after main. That's why that one informed to compiler before main function globally, and the same function called within the main, so that a jump occurred from this place to this place. Within this particular display function, external variable number declared within the display function, and that one defined somewhere else in the sense before main, that one defined here. So this value, in this case only, num variable will occupy memory, and within that particular memory 75 will be stored, and the same value will be displayed with the help of this printf statement, so that output will be 75. And in the main function also, with the help of this particular printf statement, first time output will be displayed 75. In the second, after calling this particular display function also, the same printf statement will display value 75. So 75 will be displayed two times. First time with the help of printf statement within the main, and second time with the help of printf statement within the display function. That is about external storage class. So in the title, by mistake, that one specified external. This is not external. This is external. That is external storage class, and its keyword is external. So overall, it is external, external storage class. That is about external storage class. So in this video, we discussed storage class and its specifications. That is keyword, initial value, memory location, scope, and lifetime, and the different types: automatic, static, register, and external storage classes with respect to keyword, initial value, memory location, scope, and lifetime, discussed with the example. That is the end of the session. Thanks for watching. Like and subscribe my channel, that is Teach and Reach. Thank you all.